My goal in my life, in my 40s, is to not be involved in any more violent situations for the rest of my life.
Unless you have to.
Unless I have to.
Yeah.
But my goal
that's a beautiful
is
goal.
is not to get into any more physical altercations.
That's a beautiful goal.
I've been in, I haven't been in very many.
Okay.
But it's
I was
still,
going to ask you about
no,
that.
I've been in some.
Okay.
And some of which I've never talked about, on camera. But
leave it at that.
Yeah, and I'll leave it at that. But that haven't been documented or whatever else. But I feel it's still too many. A person should be able to go through their whole life without any sort of violence at all. That's the goal.
I mean, that would be nice, man. I mean,
it would be nice, and maybe we'll get to that point at some point as a culture. Because think about how horrific the world was 1,000 years ago.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm sure the world had been through peaceful and violent times and different times. Like, I don't think it was just all constantly violent. Like, you know what I mean?
You look like the Inquisition.
World War I, World War II. Like,
where you see mass murders and
that was your people, though.
My people.
I mean, Russia, Europe.
Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that. Yeah, my general vicinity. No, you're right. You're right. Yeah. We're as fucked up as everybody else. I mean, shit.
Yeah.
Stalin went and killed, I think maybe millions of people.
Stalin and Lenin and all that.
Yeah, all that shit. Yeah, I come from a violent, bloodline, a violent area. Yeah, absolutely. But and I mean, you still see genocides and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
But overall, I think the world is becoming a less violent place. Overall.
It's becoming weird, though, Vlad. It's becoming gay. And, that's going to make me violent, like, after a while, because, I don't know, the lines are being blurred too much, man, when it comes to too many things in the world today between children and homosexuality. Like, they're trying to make it mandatory to teach that in schools and shit, like that a 13, 14-year-old kid can choose whatever to be male or female. That's weird. Why would you teach that? Why would you confuse a child in that way?
I mean, with everyone that I've spoken to, and I've interviewed gay people, as well as people who have had gay people in their families.
I have them too. Everybody.
Most people say that they saw the signs very early on, 4 or 5 years old.
Those are the people that we already knew, right?
Yeah.
It's the people that are popping out.
Yeah,
like
I interviewed Ryan Davis, the comedian, and he has like 12 brothers and sisters, but one particular younger brother, he knew he was gay from like 4 years old. Did you know he was gay? Like,
I was the first person he came out to, but we knew when he was 4.
When he was 4?
Absolutely.
You knew he was gay?
Absolutely.
What did he do at 4?
What did he do at 4? Man, he was more feminine than our sisters. I'm one of 8 children.
Okay.
He was the most feminine of the children. And
there was girls in the family.
And there were girls in the family, absolutely. That's why when I make videos about Odell Beckham Jr. and all this other stuff, people are like, he's a homophobe. I was like, man, I'm way closer to the gay community than y'all would ever. Some of the people who call me homophobic, I've gotten closer to the gay community than y'all would ever touch. I'm talking about like 3 times a week being in a gay club for 6 years straight, just supporting my brother.
Like when I was a kid, we seen it in elementary school, Vlad, so we already knew. So that's okay, you get those aberrations, right? But the thing is, it's like now you have these, you got the LGBT community, they have all this power, right? All this money, and they're kind of like pumping it into the society, right? And I can turn around and say, well, y'all using this thing as, okay, we're normal, we can be whoever we want, but gang members are saying the same thing too, right? So yeah, we gang members, we gonna crib, we gonna shoot people. I don't think nobody's right in that instant. Like, don't bring your behavior out to affect everybody else.
Well,
you see what I'm saying? Like,
I don't think that me being around a bunch of gay men won't make me any more gay.
You're a grown man that you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm talking about children who are confused.
I've been straight my whole life.
Absolutely.
Like, I've never had any sort of attraction to men.
You didn't grow up in this time either, Vlad, as a child. That's what I'm saying. So
I mean, I grew up in the 80s. Which
exactly.
Was
so you don't know the pressure. You don't know the
point.
pressure at school. Why as little girls, before I go to prison, I didn't see girls in junior high school being openly gay, Vlad. When I come out 10 years later, I see it in elementary school.
Well, I mean, for the first time, you have a gay female rapper who is relevant and has a large fan base with Young M.A.
Yeah, that ain't got nothing to do with it. I got Young M.A.'s in my family.
Okay.
Everybody in my family ain't trying to be like that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think it's the way they're pushing it, Vlad. It's an agenda. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, it's definitely an agenda. I mean,
Yeah,
look at Lee Daniels with Empire. You know, he's a gay man, and he took it upon himself to show gay imagery on television, far beyond what's been shown before, not in a joking manner, not in a comedic manner and stuff like that. I interviewed Malik Yoba, and we talked about that. You know, he was on the show for a season.
What did he say?
I mean, he's cool with it, man. He didn't have a problem with it.
Do he got children?
Yes, he's got three kids.
That's
last I
crazy.
checked.
Okay, Malik Yoba.
Malik Yoba also said that he would wear a dress.
So my one-man show, Harlem to Hollywood, I play over 15 characters. My show is set in a therapist's office. One of the main characters is Gladys Rosenberg, who's an old Jewish woman. She's a therapist. That's me. I play 2 trans characters in it. I play an old Spanish man. I play an old Italian guy. I play an old Jamaican woman. So for me, we're vessels. And the goal is to show humanity in all of its fullness. And I'm half man, half woman. My mother birthed me. I'm half of that. And I think for a lot of men, we really have a problem identifying with that side of ourselves because we have some notion that doesn't make you man. Well, you couldn't be a man without a woman.
Well, he actually has more dresses.
Gay, bro. He gay then.
Think
he's
gay?
bisexual.
I don't know if he's gay.
He gotta be. Come on, man.
I mean, with him, he said that, I mean, he does a play where he plays a woman. He also plays a transgender person as well as lots of other characters. And he said that he's more than willing to wear a dress just to push himself artistically as an actor.
Yeah, whatever.
You
can do something. You can become an animal. Act like a cow or something to push yourself artistic.
Well,
be a bird or some shit.
But on the other side, I interviewed Michael Jai White, who said that he would never wear a dress. Were you ever asked, ever had a role where you were going to dress like a woman in that role? Had you accepted it?
No, it was a part of a comedy. I was doing a sitcom, and it was just a quick suggestion. I was like, I'm not doing that. And okay, cool. It was not, but it was not no conspiratorial type of thing like that.
Of course.
He said under no conditions.
That's an insult to your manhood to tell you to put on a dress. You might as well put a thong in your ass. You know what I'm saying? That's weird. That's weird, bro.